In 1946, I went to France as a student volunteer to work in a program funded by the Joint Distribution Committee for the rehabilitation of war orphans. I was a student at Yeshiva University at the time. France, for the first time, brought 800 child survivors from Auschwitz to France. What to do with the 800? So Jose established orphan homes that were supported by the Joint Distribution Committee. And this Robert Gamzon came to America to recruit young men and women to be counselors, to live with them, to be like the big brothers and sisters, to fill a bit of the gap that they had lost with the deaths of their families. So when he came in, he told us the story. So we were, very, very moved by it. There's an interesting anecdote connected to this. Before I left, a friend of mine said, I have a cousin living in Versailles because of the war. We haven't really connected. Would you look him up? I said, I have no idea where I'm going to be assigned. So I put the name in my wallet and forgot all about it until I come to France. And where do you think they sent me? To the children's home in Versailles. So I was brought there late at night. I just met the director. In the morning, I had breakfast. These are older teenagers. Across from me was this teenager. And between my broken French, Yiddish, Hebrew, we got a conversation. I was very impressed with the kid. And then I went out for a walk, and after a few blocks, I remembered the cousin. So I take out the piece of paper. The address is 63 Avenue de Paris. I look up. The street I'm walking on is Avenue de Paris. I said, I can't believe he lives on the same street. I reached 63, turns out to be the address of the children's home. Now I'm totally flummoxed. I walk in and I went up to the only person I knew besides the director, who was a teenager I had breakfast with. And I said, tell me, is there anyone here by the name of Elie Wiesel? And the kid looks up at me and he said, c'est moi. So that's how I began my 70-year friendship with Elie Wiesel. Look, when he first came to New York, he lived in a block away from me, so many Shabbat experiences we became very, very close. But it's also almost inexplicable how somebody who came here without any assets, he really didn't have family here, didn't have connections here, didn't have money, didn't have anything. And to go from there and to end up to be one of the most renowned world figures, I mean, this is extraordinary. My tribute to Elie Wiesel, the closing, I was saying, how this man took his trauma, and pushed us to be more aware, more sensitive, more caring, more alert to what's going on. And by doing that, he pushed us to be more human. And by making us more human, he enabled us to touch the divine.